Hey everybody, it's the Last Robot Guy here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Fall of Cybertron. The coolest episode. Last time Cliffjumper did a whole bunch of stuff, but let's face it, we don't care anymore. Because it's time to be Jazz. And joining me today on this exploration of the best character ever.
Hey dudes, it's Cool Guy, and yeah, when I initially went through Cliffjumper's level, I kind of was alongside with RoboGuy, and then it was a little bit weak, and then Jazz's level made up for it in like a million different ways, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how he demolishes it.
Yeah, I love this stage, so let's roll straight in.
Junk, but I can grapple through it pretty easy.
It's pretty much going to be the mechanic you'll be seeing a lot. It's basically just pull things down with the grapple.
And then fly around with the grapple and mess with people with the grapple, and the grapple is amazing, is the point.
Might belong to Sludge.
Sludge? Wasn't he on Grimlock's team? Why would he be down there?
Not sure if he had a choice.
Why?
Call it a hunch. Cliffjumper, I found Sludge.
Is he functional?
He's pretty messed up, in a stasis lock. Might be enough energon left to tap his memory core. Bingo!
Stop your whining, Sludge. Those things took us by surprise. Grimlock, we need to call for backup. There is no backup, Slug. Optimus doesn't even know we're here. They're back! And coming in fast! There's too many of them! Stand and fight!
Cliffjumper, you catch any of that?
You mean the screaming? The horror? Followed by more screaming?
Yeah, that'd be it.
I love that. It's just like, wow, I really am in the worst place.
Kind of a standard mission for Grimlock and his team, from what I understand, though.
Hanging around, get a job, Sludge.
Yeah. One of the larger questions is, how is he ever going to get out of that? Answer, probably isn't.
I see you. Seeing me.
I don't mind saying, whatever can take out Grimlock and his team, I don't want to meet.
That's unfortunate.
Why is that?
I think I'm about to.
Jazz just has the best dialogue, like, in this game. Like, it's just, playing him is an absolute treat. And yeah, I'm glad they gave you the scatter blaster for this one, because you get swarmed by these insect robots.
So yeah, this is the new enemy for this level, the Decepticons.
Do not like the looks of this!
Looks of what? I can't see!
You don't want to!
Yes. Loving callback, these fellas, though we won't be seeing just how far the callback goes until much later in the game.
It goes pretty damn far.
Oh yeah. But they can just like, they do a leap and they'll hit you twice, and you can get pretty swarmed if you're not careful. Playing on this hard can really screw you up.
Remember
It's
when
not
they
playing
did
on
to
normal.
Grimlock?
I know, but I need an exit! Wait! This could be my ticket out of here!
Then blast it already and move it!
It's awfully convenient.
Dying would have been pretty boring. Decidedly not like Jazz.
Oh no!
Yes, I got toxic readings off the scale! Get out of there now!
I ain't arguing with that!
It's still on the table though.
Also, yes, that is doing a sick hip-hop beat every time he transforms.
He has the best transform sound. It is so good. Also, I'm not sure if that's like supposed to be that low. Texture didn't load.
I need to haul it!
This looks a bit unrefined, that one.
And right there is you're seeing the real strength of the Insecticons. There's just so many freaking swarmers, you can't shoot them all.
Be a mistake too at this point.
Must be in trouble! I gotta move!
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
It's Cliffjumper. He'll just, use the direct approach.
sure how I feel about the bar form of loading, like timer. It's kind of a bit weird for me.
I don't appreciate not having a precise download.
Get ready to move, Cliff. I'm pulling the plug.
An agile little pocket, that's very much.
He is a scout.
That was close, Jazz. What now?
The stress signal is gone. Picking up that previous energy signal.
I say we chase it.
Of course you do.
What an unexpected surprise. A small team of Autobots have been captured by my Decepticons. Their leader, Grimlock, is an impressive specimen indeed. I will enjoy breaking them all.
So, Shockwave is now voiced by Steve Blum, and he's kind of like the Decepticon Mengele. Now, don't know how I feel about that.
Beyond that door.
And in a lot of ways, Steve Blum goes full ham with Shockwave, and he should, because he does a great job.
Especially when he's going to be talking to particular characters who eat the scenery when they talk.
It's filled with raw energy.
Jazz, this could be the last reservoir on the whole planet.
The Decepticons got here first.
We're pumping the lake dry.
Come on, Cliffjumper. We gotta move.
Really like that scene. It's just big.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you an idea of what they actually consider a actual energon resource, because all we ever get to see are those like individual cubes that are the local equivalent of one meal.
It's quite a light show for an energon refinery. Maybe there's something more to this place.
Also, that engraving is actually the date of the very first broadcasting of the Transformers. Very first episode, more basically.
I love that. When I ran into that my first playthrough, I was just like, what the hell is that supposed to be? And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, that's so clever.
The exit wins.
Which is long before many people were born.
Ha! Including me.
Cliffjumper. We got company dropping in.
Gonna beat these bastards at their own game, I take it.
Shockwave wants those Autobots found immediately. Sweep the area.
It's interesting they give us the intro video for the snipers this
I've
time.
been spotted.
Great! That means they'll be shooting at you and not me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cliffjumper just gets increasingly rude as this level goes on. It's quite impressive.
Gotta dodge some rockets now.
It won't all go his way though.
He's just salty that, you know,
See you
Jazz
and some
did the
kind of
cool
grapple
stuff.
nearby. Try that.
And beat him down the hole to start the level. Yeah, the grapple just lets you, like, they've really done a good job of designing this area just for the grapple. You get around so well. You can grapple at pretty much any point so long as you're close enough, so you can do it in mid-flight, mid-dash. It's all very good. You can do it from a higher level down to a lower level.
It's real. I mean, it really shows off Jazz's athleticism, which it was like the entire point of Jazz.
Well, that and his hyper competency.
Well, yes.
That did something.
I figured that went without saying at this point.
You learn anything?
Ooh, I can make a bridge if I drop that rig. But the gears are jammed.
Figure it out, Sir Rust-a-Lot.
Hey, show some respect.
Ah, said sir.
I do love that exchange. Like the banter really does great things for an already great level.
Well, particularly when we have the last level as history, and last level was basically just Cliffjumper taking the piss over and over and over. Oh wow!
Yeah, rocket launcher tracking lock-on is like a godsend when they're moving around, because good luck trying to snipe them when they're moving. Although I haven't done it before.
If you do manage it, they actually do have less armor while they're moving than when they're stationary. Of course, you know, good luck making a habit out of that.
Yeah, you can only really one-shot them with the headshot and that little camera sensor. As you can see, I'm sort of whipping it a few times. And I'm like, well, not so this. I'm just gonna pick up the neutron assault rifle
That's
instead.
probably what I would do.
Hurry up, Jazz.
Almost got it.
out more of them.
Take that chain and you're home free.
That's a tough shot.
Come on, I could do it.
Gotta have to move for a clear shot.
And once we move, where we move to, it's like, it's really not a difficult shot at all, so I don't know why I think so. It's like, I think he must be just taking the piss or something.
Either that or he just wants an excuse to go over there and beat the crap out of a few more Rocketeers.
Good old poke. Sometimes it's hard to tell if you've killed them or if they've just dropped to fly down somewhere else.
I made that mistake like 3 times in the last mission.
You made something.
Every time you think you got them, blue lines.
Dude, I forgot how many of them were around. Holy God.
Yeah. And there's like different animations for different angles you come in on the grapple as well. So it's like, okay, is he coming back? Is he left? I don't know. No, he's back again. Doesn't matter, I'm at full health. It's like, how rude. Back.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely dead.
Or if he can survive a fall like that, I want his chassis.
Door is sealed. Don't think my grapple's an option.
Let me try a couple switches here.
Where here is, I have no idea, but it worked.
Cliff, stay alert. Some intruders got in.
I'll keep an eye out.
I am annoyed by the perceived value of this inconsequential Energon Lake. It is but a minuscule puddle compared to what the tower next to it can truly give us. Inferior minds like Starscreams have misjudged this structure as a simple Energon refinery. However, my research has revealed it to be so much more. The ancients built it to tear the fabric of space and time itself, and open gateways to distant galaxies high in the orbit of Cybertron. I look forward to exploring this technology. Perhaps we can find another world with resources and energy we could use to reboot Cybertron's core.
So, you know, he may be kind of twisted, kind of weird, kind of hammy, but Shockwave's got his eye on the prize, really.
He always does. That's one of the things I've always liked about Shockwave's character is that, you know, I mean, for as emotional as a lot of the Transformers get, and that is a great thing, don't get me wrong, it was always a little bit weird to not have somebody who was harshly logical, and then Shockwave.
So that negativity.
Do like popping him in the head.
God bless it. How do you keep coming up with the riot cannon? This is not even remotely fair.
The riot cannon just comes to me. It calls, and I answer. Well, so much for cover. I'm just like, this is not a good place to fight, and if we head this way, we get to our little stockpile with the blueprint for our favorite little bombs. What's really cool about the blueprints for this particular level is they're always related to something going on in the area. Here we got a stockpile. So I'll say what I mean when we get to the other stuff. We get some pretty good stuff this level.
I love
like,
thermomine
two of my favorite weapons.
stockpiles, or thermomine barrages. I was really hoping that I was going to find more of those last level.
You're gonna be a fucking pile of parts when I'm done with you.
How can anybody not love that? Seriously, you point it at what you hate and it just evaporates.
Through cover. It's just so good. Also, I do love its reload animation too.
What was that service tunnel?
It just brought the end of all things. Where was the service tunnel again?
I kind of think about doing something here. Go in, don't really do anything. End up mostly just using it to get ammo back. So we'll ignore that for now.
They're
Yeah.
on the hunt, all right.
Keep looking, kid. can't hide forever. Sweep the area. Shockwave will be greatly displeased if we don't find those Autobots.
I'll be none too happy if you do.
Keep moving, Jazz. We need to regroup.
Yeah, it's worth noting that 2 of the perks that we got from our cheating earlier on is an ammo matrix and a health matrix. So every time we interact with one of those Teletran terminals, we get full ammo and health back.
Scrap! Thought that would hold.
Dick move game.
Your head was too big.
Careful! I'm sensitive about my weight. Decepticon on the far side!
Hurry, we got him trapped. Get that door open. Get ready. Let's take him out.
Well, nice of them to announce themselves.
That was the worst trap ever.
I think at this particular point, I'm the one who set the trap, but, well, as we'll see, they do send something to give us some trouble, so shotgun us.
Oh god.
It's like, oh god, why? That's when you retreat. That's when you retreat.
No,
There's lots of
shit.
explosive barrels around this place, but you definitely want to just always have the high vantage point. You can take them out so much easier that way, and the right cannon excels at like higher locations.
Right. Yeah. If
That
you're
makes
ever
it too bad either.
above your target with the riot cannon, I mean, you basically cannot miss. You have to be dead 3 days to miss. This includes simply jumping over your target. So I mean, when I inevitably get my mitts on that thing, you'll see me jumping around like a bunny rabbit.
More trouble!
Chains form and look.
Yeah, more shotgunners, less shotgunners. They can still mess you up at range. My shield's getting chewed from something fierce.
Yeah.
Jazz, I'm pinned down.
You're pinned down.
Ooh, I like that!
I was rather surprised when the 2 of them just sort of showed up right in front of you, and then half of your health went away in no time.
Since you gotta get him quick, or they'll get you quick. Two shotgunners is way more than is ever needed.
Cloaker jammed on that last hit. Just shoot some cons already.
So Cliffjumper's now having the worst day ever. His cloaker doesn't work, and everyone hates him.
Well, the second part always was true.
It won't be the worst day of his life, though.
Yeah, I'm mean
That
to
comes in pride.
Cliffjumper, but I actually like him more than, you know, most of the Autobots, but he's just so easy to hate.
Going too fast!
They do definitely play on this too. We'll be getting some good sequences with Cliffjumper.
For a scientist, Shockwave sure can act like an absolute idiot sometimes. He's wasted far too much time on this defunct Energon tower. There is a lake of high-grade Energon shimmering in front of his eyes, and all he does is mutter to himself and make countless calculations up in that blasted refinery of his. Sometimes I just want to shout, "Hey, Shockwave, want to go for a swim today? Heard there's a nice gigantic pool of Energon 10 feet from where you're standing."
I love Starscream so much.
This is for all of you people who think that RoboKai's dramatizations of Starscream are just that, dramatizations. No, they're pretty much straight from the source material.
Here's the EDK Tech Vault. You notice there's something electrocuting somebody there.
Yep.
So, this is a gun that is built to mess with Insecticons. It is fantastic, and I will be showing that off. The pulsar cannon it's kind of weird. It's like you fire these shots, they stick to things, and they explode. So it's kind of like a straight firing grenade launcher. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure like what the premise behind it was, but you know, it makes things explode. You know, when you don't detonate it too early.
Yeah, and that's exactly the problem for the A4 pulse cannon. You know, the radius of its fire is actually surprisingly narrow, so it's ridiculously easy to hit things too early. After you actually tag someone with it, though, it hurts like crazy.
That's all.
Case in
Can you
point.
make it across?
These pipes look pretty rusty. Wait up while I make a bridge.
Wholesale damage Jazz does over the
Grappler
course
comes
of
in
this.
pretty handy.
Yeah, I'll remember that the next time you turn invisible instead of fighting like the rest of us.
Jazz.
There it is, the tower we saw from before.
We're locked out. Think you can get that door open?
Move, Cliff! It's heavy!
I'm through. It's dark. Can't see a thing.
Hold up! I'll have to find another way.
Never too good to think to be in a completely dark room.
It always kind of amazed me that their optics didn't have some sort of light amplification or whatever, but that's legitimately a thing in a lot of Transformer set pieces. It's just that their optics kind of work pretty much exactly on the same rules that our eyes do.
I've had just about enough of these Decepticons. Shockwave thinks of them as his pets, and he may believe he controls them, but truth be told, they do whatever they want on the battlefield. One of those oil holes slammed right into me, about busted my armor. So let's just say I put his assets in stasis. Shockwave should really find himself some new pets.
Yep.
Yes, that is tap dancing.
That just happened.
At least it answers the question is if there's ever like a Transformer who ever got stuck with like the shittiest role ever. Basically, the guy who's the lever.
Really? You deploy a clutch just so you can pick up another one right away.
Yeah, and I don't think that clutch comes with me either, so it was just completely pointless. Also, that's completely pointless too. Why did I pick it up? I don't know. I'm an idiot.
The Energon recharger?
Yeah, doesn't that just recharge my cooldown?
Where are you?
That I have none?
There's a terminal over here. Looks like a lab of some sort.
No, dude. That recharges your health.
Oh, okay. Well, I never actually get in trouble enough to need it. Also, Gear Shredder, which I've already just picked up, so there you go.
There! I think I found the lights.
Oh man, these things give me the creeps.
Don't get all jumpy. They're in stasis.
Ah! I really hate this.
You got jumpy. The Gear Shredder basically fires buzzsaws. It's handy in that you can...
Just some hollow map of a distant star system. Hold on. These look like the coordinates you found in the map chamber. What's so special about that planet?
You can bounce shots, and when you aim, it sort of lines up like a target for you, so you can see what you're doing. Okay, and in anticipation for the for what we're going to go through, I decided, hey, let's fully upgrade the Tech Vault because I love this thing. It is built for this next section. So
Why is the personal rating on 1 star?
I don't know. I didn't do it.
I sure as hell didn't do that.
I think it just does that. You can alter that at any time. I think.
I'll have to fix that next time I'm playing because I agree the thing deserves way more than 1 star.
Well, would you look at that?
You're wasting too much time on your experiments, Shockwave!
Predictably, you do not understand the true value of this tower. It is key to unlocking a bridge across space and time itself.
Enough! Pump the lake! Energon cubes don't make themselves!
Cliff, what are you doing?
Getting my jump on.
Never forget that I am in charge, Shockwave! And I suggest you tend to your visitor.
What?
Yeah, you jumped into that one.
Fools, you've ruptured the fuel lines. I must repair it.
Insecticons, deal with the Autobots.
Insecticon.
I'll deal with them. You hop on that console. Whatever Shockwave wants to fix, we need to break off.
So, the Tech Vault. You don't even have to technically aim it at something. wherever it hits, it will just bounce onto any nearby enemies and chain through them. So you can just aim it at the ground and it'll do it.
It also induces like the coolest death animation ever, because the way it kills people is it overloads them, so they sort of explode from the inside.
Yeah, it looks great on the Insecticons. They twitch good.
Jazz, on your left.
You worry about you.
I am worried about me.
Yeah, they get through Jazz, they go for Cliffjumper next. So yeah, as you can see, they just they can pound on you something fierce, and there's a whole bunch of them doing it. You're stun locked.
Yeah,
Irene.
That is the biggest threat from the Swarmers, is that if two of them start hitting you at a time, you start getting stun locked. And I mean, particularly on hard, you can just go from okay to dead pretty much instantly.
Well, I pretty much used everything I've got a blueprint for in this episode.
Huh.
I did a test run, and they all like the Decepticons there all just got stuck, and I didn't realize they were spawning from there, and I sort of came back over and they were all just sort of like running on the spot. They somehow managed to like jam up in that opening.
It should blow this whole facility sky high.
Sounds risky. Do it.
Okay, Gear Shredder time. Since they're all going to be coming at me in a straight line, why not?
On my right.
I see it.
Let's see it.
You can also hold the shot to load up more than one gear. I think you can go up to 3.
Not really that necessary for this one.
Not just that, it's pretty circumstantial when you would actually want that.
Yeah, the Gear Shredder is very much like circumstantial. Like, it's not too many situations where it's that useful, but God, I love this again.
Oh man, bug fireworks! This is incredible.
Thought you'd like this. The Autobot 4th of July is just eat the EDK Tech Vault Day. And look, a new kind of Insecticon. It flies. Look, new kind of Insecticon. It's dead. Still chains through as good as the rest.
Wow, robotic 4th of July is right.
It's starting to overload.
These bugs aren't going to wait.
I'll see if I can queue up some more help.
So, the Pulsar Cannon can get some good use in this area too, so we'll give it some love again. What drawback, of course, is the amount of shots you get. Oh, that's okay.
Nice touch, Cliff.
And I jumpers out and helping and actually killing things for a change. They're getting stuck.
Just keep on coming.
Got some turrets going. It's a regular festival now. Set up a stall, sell people some hats, or get the sparkler.
The sparklers are already taken care of.
Really, every Transformer should get a tech vault.
Mostly Soundwave uses it though.
That's it! Jazz, make us an exit!
Got just the thing.
I thought I was gonna have to grapple them. I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's different.
That's sort of Cliffjumper shtick, but okay.
I guess they both carried one. One to get him in and one to get him out. Consistency.
Time to go!
And that just throws you up in the air for no reason. It's like, one of my biggest complaints is there's just not enough driving sequences, like, to really, like there were in War for Cybertron. Well, Jazz's level delivers again, so there you go. And it's just as easy to fall off and die as it is if it was in War for Cybertron, so there's that too.
That's probably, I mean, my understanding is that's why they put in fewer of them, is that people didn't like the really binary difficulty and that you either got through without a scratch or you died horribly. I think those people are nerds.
Someone call for a ride?
Sideswipe, get us out of here. You guys have been busy. Radio Prime, we got big news.
An entire reservoir of pure energon?
By the looks of it, there's enough here to power the Ark and get us off Cybertron.
Jazz, mark your position. I'm sending in reinforcements.
But how do we bring all that energon here?
Make our walking city carry it back.
No, our friend Metroplex must stay and protect the Ark.
Let's use an old refinery transport. That's what they're built for.
Those beasts got some energon like there's no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow if we don't get that energon. Besides, it's got the firepower we'll need to repel a Decepticon attack.
Make it happen.
Load it up! Let's hit the road before the Decepticons get antsy!
Yes, sir.
And that's going to lead us into the next episode, where the Decepticons get extremely antsy. Just wanted to say that last sequence, I think, I really liked that last sequence because it really showed the difference between, say, Megatron and Optimus. Megatron's essentially his way or the highway. Someone speaks to him, he will usually yell at them and tell them that he already knew, or if they said something, it's because he told them to tell him something. Whereas with Optimus, it's kind of, he's got all these experts around him. He's got Ironhide, who's kind of, he knows the practical way to get things done. You've got Science Interceptor, you've got the Medicaid Ratchet, and you've got Jazz as well, who he trusts the opinion of. And they're all together, and they're all bouncing off of one another, and they come up with a solution to a problem fairly quickly. It's just sort of this nice dichotomy between the Autobots and the Decepticons, which they manage to sum up again just in a cutscene. It's really quite effective.
I also really did appreciate the way that cutscene unfolded. I ended up laughing out loud the first time I saw it, simply because they had this big dilemma on how to move this energon, and Ironhide just comes up and say, "Hey, why don't we use the tool that was built to do that?" And they're like, "Oh, why would we do that?" Because we should. Just like,
yep.
every so often, people just start overthinking everything, and they need someone like Ironhide around. So I was just like, "Thank you."
He's the guy who finds the practical solutions to problems. Even if the practical solution may involve just blowing something up, that's usually that's what you want him for. Yeah, and the next episode, when I say the Decepticons get antsy, they get antsy in a big way, because when there's a problem, who does Starscream call for? He calls for the Combaticons. And next episode, we're going to be seeing the first of a series of Combaticon missions, because this taking of this refinery transport vehicle thingy, it's a heck of an effort, and we're going to be starting first off with Vortex, the helicopter. Who you don't actually see too much of him in many of the comics, I don't think. Well, at least not in Generation 1. He actually, I believe, got far more of an appearance in later iterations of Transformers, because helicopter is a fairly unique position.
This is also like my favorite level, simply because of how mobile and how well Vortex works with his powers. So I intend to put on a really good show.
Yeah. So and the added bonuses is more big slices of ham from our friend Starscream. We get to see that's a giant hologram. You see how bad it's going for them. His hologram wasn't even that big, and it was flickering. That's pretty. That's how dire straight the Energon crisis is at the moment. They've had to scale down their big holograms that they use to wave in front of each other to show how important they are. If there wasn't an Energon crisis, you know that Starscream's it would have been bigger than the. It would have been bigger than the refinery.
Yeah.
It would have just been towering over and pointing at Shockwave going, "Why don't you go for a swim?"
Okay, I can't even respond to that. That's just too good at that point.
So yes, next time, ham, explosions, bridges,
and
giant wheels, and helicopters. We'll see y'all next time. I am the Lost Robo Guy.
I've been Cool Guy.
We will see you all then.